What's up? What's up? Those watching the replay, we're talking about crushing your 2024 goals, and I'm going to do a Q&A thereafter. But going to give it a second or two for people to jump on here. Good evening. Good evening. What's up, Jess, Aaron, Kyle, Luis, David, Brett? Appreciate y'all jumping on here tonight. So a couple of things I want to talk about. We're going into the new year, obviously. Everybody keeps talking about 2024. It's funny, like at the beginning of every year, everyone's like, oh, this is my year. I'm going to crush it this year. And inevitably, very, 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 very few people end up doing anything that next year. So I'm just going to kind of talk about some of the things that I do to plan my new year, to hopefully set you up to crush your 2024 as well. And then we're going to open up to Q&A thereafter. So, boss man, they don't give out free game, even though you give out free buckets too. So a couple things that I do every year going into the next year. One of the things that I do is called start, stop, and continue. So what this means is that I go through my previous year and see things that I was doing that were successful. So continue, right? So I write out 3 to 7 things that I'm going to continue doing going into the new year. These could be things like, hey, I'm going to continue to post consistently on social media. I'm going to continue to do marketing every single week. I'm going to continue to build relationships with private money lenders, right? There's things in your life that you can continue. I'm going to continue eating healthy. I'm going to continue working out consistently. What in your life can you continue doing that you're already doing, right? And for some of you, that list is going to be huge. And for some of you, that list is going to be really small, right? And then there's other parts of this process that is going to help you get past that as well. So continue are things that I'm going to continue doing that are currently working. Next, I'm going to look at things to stop. Things that I'm going to stop doing next year. What did not work? I'm going to stop going out and partying every weekend. I'm going to stop drinking alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol, I don't even know, 4, 5, 6 months ago. I'm going to stop, wasting money on unnecessary expenses, and take that money, invest into myself, right? Or invest into an asset that's going to pay me. I'm going to stop traveling so much. I'm going to stop procrastinating, right? What in your life did you do this past year that did not work, right? What did not work that you did? So stop, start. And the last one is continue. No, that was continue. I best that whole thing up. So start is, let me rewind.
Start, stop, continue.
My wife got me. Continue is things that you're already doing that are working. Continue those things. Stop things that are not working, and then start the things that you want to start doing, right? Again, that could be things that are going to help point you in the right direction. So start posting consistently on social media. Start making 100 cold calls a day. Start going to the gym 5 days a week. Start, a diet and go get on your macros and your certain proteins every day. Start forcing yourself to go out every single week to go to a networking event to learn more, right? What's going to move the needle, right? What's not just going to give you 1%, right? Because 1% doesn't do much at the end of the day. What's really going to move the needle for you, right? Those are the things that you have to start doing. So I take time and I write down a list of all the things I'm going to start, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to continue. And I look at that and it's not a list of like 100 things, right? It's 3 to 7 in each column. These are very tangible things that I can do every year. So I do that going in to the new year. Another thing that I do, I write down my goals every year. So business goals, relationship goals, health goals, and finance goals, right? In business, like what do I want my business to look like? Who do I want to have on my team? Who do I need to hire to get to the vision that I want to go to? Health goals, right? What does my body look like? What am I eating? How am I working out? For me, I want to get in the best shape of my life. I want a 6-pack. I want to work out 5 times a week. I want to walk 5 to 7 times a week. I want to track my macros. I want to stay on top of my game to get in the best shape of my life. Relationship goals, right? I want to be an amazing husband. I want to be present. Hopefully, bring some kids into this world sometime. I want to be an amazing present father. Spend time with my family. Call them every week. Go back and see them. So what do I want to do in my life with relationships to be present for those people, right? And then financially, business people always love the financial side. We love talking numbers. We love seeing numbers. And, those are typically pretty easy. But the problem is that's usually the only thing that people talk about goal setting is financial goals. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to make X amount of dollars. I'm going to buy, I'm going to invest X amount of dollars, and those are great. We need financial goals. I have financial goals, but we need those other things in life too. We need health goals. We need relationship goals. We need things that actually fulfill our hearts and not just the dollars at the end. Listen, if you're on this live and you follow me, you probably want to make a lot of money. I'm there with you. I want to get rich. I want to get paid. I don't ever want to worry about money again. I get it. And I'm with you. But you got to have the other things too. Because I went down that route. And I was a guy, that worked 24/7, 365. Literally I'd work, 5, 6 a.m. Uh, I'd work 5, 6 a.m. to, midnight, 1, 2 o'clock. And, I prided myself in outworking everybody around me. I straight up said, I was like, nobody will outwork me, period. Not ever. And it's not the right way of doing things. And there's a point in life where you have to do that, when you have to kind of get through that beginning phase to change the trajectory of your life, to make that decision. Because you might be working a 9 to 5 right now, and then you might be starting your side hustle on the side. For me, it was real estate, and you got to work double time. So you have to do double time, right? But have the conversations with the people around you. If you're married, be like, hey, spouse, here's what it is. Here's the goals. Here's where we're headed. We talked about this. I got to take a step back, in the personal life right now for the next couple months, because I want to set us up financially for the rest of our life, right? Just have that conversation, because if you don't have that conversation, then they're going to be upset that, you're not present, you're not talking to them, you're not doing dinner every night with them, whatever y'all normally do. They're going to be upset that you don't do those things if you don't set the proper expectations up front, right? I think that almost everything in life can be solved with the proper expectations, setting the proper expectations in relationships, in jobs, in joint ventures, in partnerships. Expectations are things that I'm going to do and things that I'm not going to do, and things that they're going to do and things that they're not going to do. Because if people are abundantly clear on what you're not going to do and what you are going to do, there's no misunderstanding. There's no misunderstanding. So expectations is everything. Get very good and clear at setting the proper expectations. At the end of all the meetings, I'm like, all right, cool. Who's doing what? Boom. Expectation. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Problem solved. Because if you leave any question mark about who should be doing what or when it should be done, or, hey, sometimes we'll do this and other times we'll do that, it never ends well. It never ends well. So always have very clear expectations when it's all said and done. A couple other things that I do to plan for the new year. One is I don't wait until the new year, right? People are like, I want to get in the best shape of my life, or I want to make my first investment or start real estate. I don't wait until the new year to do those things. I'm going to do those things right now. Like, why postpone until the new year? We're what, 4 or 5 days away into the new year? I've been locked in for months. The new year is just kind of an everybody time to go through and reevaluate where you're at in life, right? It's a good touch base every year, see what you accomplished, see what you missed out on, and see what you can change, right? But like, you should be doing this monthly or quarterly, right? I journal and I go through my goals. Like, I have new goals. I set new dreams, I guess you want to call it. And I go through and I touch base on. I don't touch base on it once a week, once a year. If you're touching base on once a year, you're already behind the schedule. Because if you're messing up month 1 and you wait another 11 months to check on that, like, it's a bad day. At minimum, personally, I'm checking every week. I'm checking KPIs, I'm journaling, I'm thinking, and I'm following through to what I wanted to do, what my goals were. So I know it's kind of a ramble, but those are some of the things that I do to set up my new year. So in 2024, I say this every year, it's going to be the best year of my life, and we're going to make it happen. Business, financial, relationship, health-wise. Again, like I said, I stopped drinking alcohol 5-ish months ago, 6 months ago, something around there. Haven't even thought about it. I'm working out 5 times a week. I'm going on walks, 5, 6, 7 times a week. Trying to get in the best shape of my life. So,
anyone ask me questions?
Yeah. Want to open it up to any questions y'all got. Any questions you got, drop it in the comment section below, and we're gonna get the questions rolling here. uh, 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 uh. How old were you when you became a millionaire? I don't know the specific age, but give or take, probably like 25, 24, maybe. Most people think like quote unquote becoming a millionaire is like this insane, moment feeling in life that happens. I don't even know like the day it happened. And I don't know the day I became a multimillionaire. Because like the people's definition of like millionaire, the true definition of millionaire is assets over liabilities and the difference between those. That's the true definition. But people kind of throw that word around, um, and a lot of people are BS because it's like, hey, I'm a millionaire because I sold $1 million in products, but I only netted 10%, so I only made $100,000. Like that doesn't make you a millionaire. Or I own $1 million in real estate. Okay, that's like one, two, three, four, five houses, depending on where you live. You owning $1 million in real estate does not make you a millionaire, right? You having $1 million in the bank does not. That could be one reason that you're a millionaire, but that in and of itself doesn't make you a millionaire. So the definition of millionaire is assets over liabilities. So if I own $25 million of real estate and I owe $18 million on it, that means my net worth, quote unquote, in real estate is $7 million. Now I have cars, I have personal residences, I have money in the bank. Those are all assets as well. But it's assets over liabilities is how you determine, quote unquote, if you're a millionaire. But like, that was never the goal for me. That was never the dream for me. Like, yeah, it was a stepping stone to where I wanted to go. And I thought the journey is what everybody remembers. Like me becoming a millionaire, I couldn't even tell you when. Me becoming a multimillionaire, couldn't even tell you when. Me, buying the Rolls Royce. I was a dream car since I was a kid. It was like, all right, I did it. What's next? Moving into a $1 million house. It's like, all right, like it's great, but like, what's next? I don't know. The journey is what people are going to remember more than anything else. How do you handle anxiety and stress? Man, that's a great question. How I handle it is I gotta say it's like control the controllables. Things that you can control in life, control those. Things that you cannot control in life, forget about them. The problem is 90% of things that happen in life you have zero control of. But we spend 90% of our time trying to control the things that we cannot control. So why not spend 100% of our time controlling the 10% of things that we have control of, right? It's like eating healthy, right? You can control that. Working out, you can control that. Getting sick. If you did the right things that you had control of, working out and eating healthy, you're not going to get sick as much. It's simple, right? Losing money on a deal. If you did the things that you had control of on the front end, you're probably not going to buy a bad deal, right? So I don't know how I control, and I still get anxious. I still have stress. Like it happens to all of us, but I always go back to the control of controllables. I want to control what I can control, and I'm going to forget about everything else. There's another somebody else said a saying. It's like if there's not a solution to a problem, I don't have a problem. Because like, what else are you going to do if you can't solve it? Why spend time thinking about it? Like I got a call the other day. I bought a house on Friday, like wired the money, like signed deeds, everything. Friday, boom, deal closed. Tuesday, got a phone call. It was like, hey, the title of this property was transferred the day before closing, meaning that I wired funds, I paid people, and I didn't have an asset. Meaning that I didn't own the property, right? I thought I owned the property, but I didn't own it because the quick claim happened the day before closing. So money's gone, and I don't have collateral for the investment. Very bad decision to be in, by the way. And I got the call. I was like, all right, has the checks cleared? And they're like, well, this money and this money is already sent back. We're waiting on this last check for them to get it sent back. I was like, cool, call them and let me know what they say. Like that could be a very stressful time for a lot of people. But it's like, I can't control those things. Like it already happened. Life's over. Like life moved on. So luckily we got in touch with those people and they sent the money back. But like, that's something that's outside of my control. So the way I can help with my stress and anxiety is I only try to control the things I can control. What are your top 3 cities to invest in? I invest in Columbus, Ohio. That's where my portfolio is. I don't really know much outside of there. What's the rental market looking like in Columbus? I've been thinking about coming to play ball with you boys. I love Columbus. I think it's a great market. Anybody on here that has deals in Columbus, send it. We're buying deals, single family, multifamily, land, commercial, warehouse, anything you have in Columbus, Ohio, send it to me. We're buying deals 100%. So I'd love to do some deals with you. But yeah, it's a good market. What yield on cost are you buying to? I don't understand that question. One of the questions I get, unlevered yield on cost. I don't fully understand the question, but people ask like, what's my cash on cash? And my cash on cash is infinite because I don't use my money. I buy houses using other people's money. So it's like the return's infinite. I bought a house cash, renovated it, and now I want to refinance it. But the bank said that I need to wait a year until I can do so. Is there any other way you can refinance to continue growing? Yeah, absolutely. So different banks have different. It's called seasoning requirements. So different banks have different seasoning requirements. So go find another bank. There's DSCR products that have 90-day seasonings. I can connect you with my guy if you shoot me a DM on Instagram, or if you're on Instagram and you want to connect with my guy, just comment the word interest payments. But Raul, shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I can get you connected on that. What were your dreams and what are your dreams now? Good question. At the beginning, I just wanted to get rich. Let's call a spade a spade. I wanted money. I wanted nice things. I wanted the cars, the vacations, the houses, the watches. I wanted all those things. But when you start making some money, at some point, for me at least, I'm speaking from personal experience, at some point, like, it's like, all right, I had some money, what's like really important. And then it turned to like family, being present with the people that I love, giving them experiences, and then also helping others, right? Seeing other people become successful, leave their W-2 and start investing into real estate full time and be a success at it is extremely, extremely rewarding. So dreams then was like, get rich as fuck. Now it's to help other people. And I still got goals of like making a lot of money. I want to buy a bigger crib. I want to buy more cars. I want to travel more. I want to travel private instead of, commercial. So I still got those big goals, but a big piece of that is helping other people along the way too. How much negative leverage lives in your portfolio after CapEx? Again, I don't know if I fully understand the question, but all my rental properties pay for themselves. I'm pretty sure that's the question, but nothing negatively cash flows. How do you figure out if you should pursue trying to build a real estate portfolio or building a business? If business, I would also get into investing, but I would take 2 years to build 2-year taxes. I think this is a personal preference. If you are great at managing and operating businesses and managing and operating teams, and systems and processes, then maybe build a company and go try to have an exit. If that's your expertise, go do that. For me right now, it's real estate. I've been building my real estate portfolio. With that though, I've been building businesses alongside of it. So I think it goes down to your personal experience and your personal goals and credibility. Can you explain subject to, and do you do it? So subject to, in the simplest form. So right now, my house, I have a mortgage on it. So if you came to me and said, Austin, I want to buy your property subject to your existing mortgage. So the mortgage stays in my name, but I give you title of the property. So you own the property, the debt's in my name, and you promise to pay my debt for me. So that's the simplicity of subject to investing. I'm 20, realtor, drywall and painting, self-employed with 20 to 30 in the bank. Again, I chose real estate, right? Personal experience, I would do real estate. You can make easy 6 figures, 7 figures a year doing real estate. And the best thing about it is you don't need your money to be able to do it. So if you're asking me personally, I'd buy real estate, period. My man, what's up, bro? Could you have assigned your first fix and flip? Yes, I could have. And that was the goal. If I wasn't able to raise them. So I put the property under contract, my first deal, I put it under contract for $102,000 contingent, foundation inspection. I brought out a structural engineer. That engineer walked the property. It gave me a report of what was needed to repair the foundation. I took that report to a foundation contractor. The contractor said it was $28,000 to repair this. So I went back to the sellers and negotiated my price for $102,000 to $74,000, because 102 minus 28 is 74,000. So I put the property under contract. And then I called a friend of mine in the local market. I was like, "Hey man," I didn't know what wholesale was at the time, but I was like, "Hey man, I got this deal. Here's what it looks like. I'm trying to raise money for it. Could you come look at it and like just tell me if it's a good deal or not? And then if I can't raise the money, I'll sell it to you and you can just pay me something." He came out, looked at the property. He was like, "Yo, it's a great deal. Yes, I'll buy it from you. I can pay you 15, 20 grand. And life is good." I was like, "Cool. If I can't raise the money, I'm gonna send it to you." So then I got on the phone and I was able to raise private money to fund that deal. So yes, I could have, but I wanted to flip it, and I was able to raise the money to do so. How do I find off-market deals and get in touch with property owners? I mean, this is a whole fully loaded question about marketing, but you have to market to sellers directly. Getting on Zillow won't do it. Auctions won't do it. Realtors won't do it. You have to go direct to the seller and negotiate directly with the seller to get the best deals. Where would you recommend someone be with their active income before they invest in long-term assets / rentals? So I see your name. It's Real Estate Lou. For me, it's like get consistent deal flow and then talk about rentals. If you're doing a deal, this month and then a deal, 3 months from now and then a deal 2 months from then, you're not consistent. So what I would say is get consistent deal flow. Do 3 deals a month and keep one of the deals and flip or wholesale the other 2, right? Get consistent and then you can start taking them down, because at the beginning you have to build a base and you have to build income. You got to build revenue just have money in the bank. But then at some point, instead of chasing money, doing deals, deal, you got to take down and keep rental properties, right? That's what we teach. It's like get consistent deal flow, run it up, make money, get consistent, and then start picking off the best rental properties to keep for yourself. How do you use other people's money? Just borrow it. It's again whole loaded question. If you want to understand how I've been able to raise $25 million to do real estate, all my real estate deals. So if you want to understand how to use other people's money to finance your real estate deals without a credit check, without an income verification check, without an age requirement, without an experience requirement, without any of those things, you can get your deals 100% funded. Comment the word OPM, other people's money, OPM, and I'll send you some info on it. What I do subject to, I've done it in the past, yes. But yeah, I've done it. The best market is in your backyard. The second best is in Columbus, Ohio. Agreed. Yeah. So like you can make money in any real estate market in the country. I promise you can. Anybody who's telling you that you can't is lying to you. You can make a lot of money in any real estate market in the country. So don't get like caught up with doing real estate virtually or remotely. It's cool, but like you can make money in your own backyard. What's up, Park Man? Commercial real estate or residential? I've been doing vastly residential in my career. I own a couple commercial buildings, but I'm definitely looking to buy more commercial buildings for sure. How do you determine if you assign or keep a property? For me, my goal is to build wealth. So I'm keeping rental properties, period. It's that simple for me. If, I had income, because I do, I have other businesses that provide income. If I had income in my life, you're flipping, you're wholesaling, you have a good W-2, whatever that is, you have money coming in, then for me, I want to build wealth. I want to keep rental properties. But if you don't have money coming in, then you have to make money today, get consistent deal flow today to be able to take down rentals in the future. So I would assign it if I didn't have, consistent income coming in. Hey, Austin, would a duplex be a good investment for a single mother here in Columbus, Ohio for her first investment property? Yes, I think it's called house hacking. So you can buy a 2 to 4 family property, live in one of the units and rent the other units out to essentially cover your mortgage payment. So yes, I think that's a phenomenal investment. It's a great way to get started in real estate. You only need a 3.5% down payment. So you can buy a $400,000 house for, $14,000 down and another few $1,000s in closing costs. So less than 20 grand, you can get into a $400,000 asset. If you were 21 right now, building capital, I am. I love it. How would you go about getting into your first property, and when would you think the time is right from a capital standpoint? So I think you're talking about rental properties. Again, get consistent deal flow. If you don't have, if you haven't made 100 grand, like you don't need to keep rental properties. Like get consistent deal flow, and then just start cherry picking the best deals, right? People always ask me, is like, did you ever wholesale properties, Austin? Yes, I did sometimes, but I ran a wholesale business. I marketed and I generated amazing leads, amazing deals, and then I just wholesaled it to myself. I was just the buyer. Like, why would I go and get the best deals and give it to somebody else? If I can make 100 grand flipping this house or 30 grand wholesaling it, like I want to make $100,000, not 30 personally, right? Or a home run rental property. Why would I give that to somebody else instead of building wealth for myself? Right. So do the marketing to be able to get consistent deal flow and then start cherry picking the best deals. Do you have advice for scary people like me? Sad but serious. Yeah, you just got to do it. If I got one question for you. Are you comfortable with where your current life is? You wouldn't be asking that question if the answer was yes. Are you 100% comfortable living the way that you live right now, financially, relationally, taking the vacations that you, all those things? Are you comfortable where you're at right now? Anybody who's on this call, the answer is no. I already know the answer. I'm not even comfortable where I'm at, right? If you're on this call, you're not comfortable. So is that more fearful, living life, below your capability miserably? Is that more fearful than trying to build something for yourself? The amazing thing about real estate, amazing, is it's not an if game. Real estate's not if it's going to work. It's when it's going to work. Real estate works. It's that simple. And the other amazing, amazing thing, if you wholesale real estate, you have no financial risk. So it's not if, it's when. So it's 100% going to work. And I have no financial risk. What's stopping you? It's just here. It's just fear. You got to get rid of that. I have 2 cash flowing properties in Canton, Ohio. What do you think of the area? I've heard of Canton. I've never owned anything up there, but if they cash flow, go buy more. How much do you need to start investing in real estate? Zero. How do you feel about buying land and building homes on the property? I love it if you can build at the right cost. Would you move states to find a better real estate market? No, you can. What's up, Paul? You can invest remotely. You don't have to be present. You don't have to be in the same market to invest. I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. That's where I started investing at. So I was local. Now I live in South Florida, but I still invest in Columbus, Ohio. So you don't have to live in the market that you invest in. Go at me up, big dog. Just bought 2 houses today. I need your expert opinion. As the roof collapsed when I took possession today, what would you do? Shoot me a DM, bro. Let's schedule time to do a call, brother. But the answer is all depends on the numbers. Did you know from the beginning you will teach this knowledge? Hell no. I did not think that. Again, I was just trying to make money. I had no clue what I was doing. I failed every single day. I bet on myself. I just wanted to be a success for me. Like I wanted to change my life. And then, as I got into this business and started doing deals and started being successful, people would message me all the time like, yo, bro, can you help me? Yo, bro, can I pick your brain? Hey, man, can I take you out to lunch? Can I take you out to coffee? So I started posting on Instagram just to help other people. I was just posting to give game, free game, free game, free game, free game. And it got to a point that so many people were asking me for my time and I was giving it to them. One, they would never do anything with it, which is crazy to me. But number 2 is that I was taking from my own business to help other people, right? So then that's when all right, I physically can't help everybody who's asking me. Let me teach this at a different level. Let me start a YouTube channel. Let me start a coaching program to help the people that are serious about going to the next level. But at the beginning, no, I had no idea that I was going to be able to teach this. Do you have a flipping course? Yes. So I've been talking about a lot about getting consistent, finding off market deals. So, what I teach is how to find off market deals consistently at a discount, how to raise money to fund those deals, and how to flip them to make money today or keep them as rental properties using other people's money. So, we teach you how to make money in real estate and build wealth in real estate all at the same time. So, that's what we teach. So, if you want more information on that, comment the word elevate, and I'll send you some more information over on that. What is the benefit of refinancing and pay interest only? Because I'm paying less interest than what I would paying my private money lenders. So the IO long-term debt is lower than my short-term private money debt, and I'm refinancing to pay off my private money to take that private money to go buy more real estate. So I'm growing my portfolio a lot faster. Will you be hosting something in Columbus soon? Next time I'm back in Columbus, I'm going to be hosting a free meetup. I want to work for you. What are you great at? DM me, let me know what you're great at. How was Christmas? Christmas was incredible. Incredible. What do you think about tiny homes? I've heard about them. Haven't really done any other research with them. What key reinvestments would you make in the beginning after your first wholesale deal? Education. 100%. Get educated. Go find a mentor. To this day, I still spend $50,000 plus, 50 to 100 grand every year on coaches, on mentorships, on masterminds. It's a nonstop, continuous learning environment. So I would absolutely continuously get educated, find a coach or find a mentor. How do we find investors and get them to invest in us in such an oversaturated market? When you say investors, I'm assuming you're talking about private money lenders. And it's you got to be educated on what private money is to be able to have the conversations the right way. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You have to understand the game. So, when somebody asks you, what's my collateral? You got to know the answers and note in the mortgage. Well, what if I don't want to entrust you in the rehab funds? You got to know the answers: an escrow agreement, a rehab agreement, a lien release, and an escrow release. Or if somebody asks you what happens if the market crashes 25%, how's my investment protected? You have to know that the answer is that you're only investing at 70 to 75 cents on the dollar. So even if a market crash does happen of 25%, you're still at a net zero. And by the way, Mr. Lender, you never lose money because I'll take the L and not you. You got to be able to have these answers for people to get them to have the confidence to invest with you. Right. And again, that's something that we teach. If you comment the word OPM, other people's money, OPM, I'll send you everything you need to know about raising money. It's literally $27. You'll get all the documents, 10, 15 hours of content to understand everything you need to know about raising money. Comment the word OPM. What's up, bro? C-Bus in the house. What it do? What coaching program do you suggest from you to get complete mentorship? Comment the word elevate. That's a coaching program. If you're already, in business and crushing it and making money, I do have a next level. It's called the Elevate Family. That is $25,000 a year though. So you have to be already doing real estate to be able to get into that one. What's up, Kyle? What up, brother? Thanks, Austin, for your help. Just help with my 2024 plan. I hope to meet you one day. Have a good new year. Hope to meet you as well. Crush 2024. Scroll up to see my comment. I must have missed it. Drop another comment. What do you think about HELOC to double your portfolio? It can work. So I got a whole video on this on YouTube that I'm dropping next week. But when you take a home equity line of credit, you're going to borrow that at like 9-10% interest in today's market. And then you use that to go buy more real estate. You got to be able to return 10% or greater just to pay for your HELOC, which means no profit until you return 9-10% plus. So it can be difficult to do that in real estate at times. So if you do pull out a HELOC, just understand that you have to make enough money to pay for your HELOC. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it works for some people. What is the benefit of refinancing? I already answered that. When you refinance your property, the BRRRR, do you do it in a commercial way or personal? I do a commercial. So I use a DSCR product. And that's how we do it right now. I got the OPM and it's fire. Luis, appreciate that. Glad it was beneficial. I've been getting DMs like crazy about how valuable the private money course is. Gehanna in the house. What's up? Looking for good contractors in Ohio, any direction to where I can find them. Yeah, contracting, honestly, out of everything we're talking about, finding deals, raising money, finding bank financing, all that stuff, the hardest part is contractors. That's the hardest part, is hiring the right contractors. So it's trial and error. How do I recommend finding a good contractor? Post in Facebook groups, walk into other people's job sites as you're driving around the city. Go to Home Depot and Lowe's at 6, 7 a.m. in the morning to see who pulls up, and connect with those people. And then we call it the 5 critical documents that you need to use every time you hire a general contractor. Otherwise, you're going to lose your shirt. But you need an independent contractors agreement. You need a payment schedule. You need a draw schedule / payment schedule. Same thing. You need a scope of work. You need a hold harmless and insurance agreement, and you need a W-9. Again, these are all things that we teach, but I would highly, highly, highly recommend to use all those things anytime you hire a contractor to make sure that you don't get taken. I'm buying a lot of properties in Dayton / Columbus, Ohio. I love it. I love it. I'm buying a lot in Columbus, Ohio. I haven't bought Dayton yet, but I've heard it's a decent market. Thanks for answering. Absolutely. Do you have a go-to lender that you refer business to? Hard money lender? Yes. Private money lender? No, because that's impossible. Private money lenders are relationships that you have to build yourself. But hard money lenders, yes. We do have people that we refer hard money to. What would you do with 50K as your first investment? Again, I'll just tell you straight up what I did. I hired a mentor for $25,000 and I invested the rest of my money into marketing. I learned the game of real estate, and then I went out and did what I learned. And that's how I'm sitting here today. It's really simple. People try to overcomplicate it. I currently have 13 units, 50K capital. How can I scale? I love it. Again, same thing. Learn the way to scale, right? I use other people's money to buy real estate. So I never run out of money to be able to grow my portfolio because it's not my money in the first place. So learn the game and then go do it. That's what I would recommend. Again, I'm just telling you what I'm doing, right? I'm not trying to be, somebody coming up with something new. I'm just telling you exactly what I did to be able to sit where I am today. Do you do deals in Fort Lauderdale? I have not, but I would. Dealing with a bad contractor, my first flip right now, definitely a learning experience. It sucks. I've been there. I've been there many times before. Who was your first mentor? It was a whole conglomerate company. It was called Fortune Builders. Mentor for 25K. Yep. How about DSCR? Do those types of loans? Yeah, that's what I refi on. I refi on DSCRs. Seems very high, and who to trust on that? Listen, so I'm not telling you have to spend $25,000 to hire a coach. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I did. I think that people can learn on YouTube, right? If you want to go check out my YouTube channel, it's Austin Rutherford. I got great videos on YouTube. Go check it out. But if you want like the literal step-by-step guide, I have them. Oh, don't do that to me. All right, IG. I think I got a call. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. I think we back now. But you don't have to spend $25,000, right? I got a coaching program, it's less than 10,000 to get it. So like, again, it's just whatever works for you in your life. If you're broke with no credit, can you still get the loan? Yes, absolutely. Do you need more OPM? I'm looking to get into it. Absolutely, brother. DM me, man. Favorite food in Columbus? That's a good question. I like a lot of restaurants in Columbus. I don't know if I have a favorite one. I go to the Pearl. I go to Press Grill. I go to. I was about to say B Squared, babe. Yeah, that's what I like going to. I got a little bit more time for some questions. So if you got questions, drop it in the comment section below. Does your program still work in Florida? Yes, my coaching program works anywhere. I was going to say Ohio, anywhere in the United States. What all does it include? It includes all the documents you're ever going to need. It includes weekly coaching calls. It includes 100 hours of content. It includes a Facebook group to ask questions in. It includes, again, marketing, raising money, flipping houses, buying rentals, using other people's money, refinance lenders, DSCR lenders. Again, everything you're going to need. That's what all it includes. I've always used my own money for real estate. I fully own and rent out 7. Now I'm stuck because I've used all my money, and hard money lenders out there you recommend. Private money. Don't go hard money. Go private. Hard money still has requirements. Private money, you can literally raise as much money as you want and buy as much real estate as you want. If I have 170K cash, should I invest in a multi-family or just a single family? I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. I would not spend $170,000 on one asset though. You can take that 170,000 and buy a lot of real estate. Again, different strategies, right? If you're just straight up putting 20, 25% down to buy houses, 200K house, $50,000 down, you can buy 3 of those. Again, I would not do that. I buy real estate with other people's money, and I keep anywhere from 0 to maybe 10 or $15,000 of my money in per deal. That's it. So again, I'll use that money and go buy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 houses instead of a couple. Man, if I knew the right people to get into this, it'll be great. You're never going to know the right people unless you get into it, right? You think I've been able to raise $25 million because I knew those people, as a kid? No, I didn't know. I had no clue who those people were. No idea, right? The reason I know those people now is because I got into it. I got outside my comfort zone to go out and network and shake hands and meet people, right? I forced myself to level up. The cool thing, like with this, once you make an investment into yourself, like you're betting on yourself, and your subconscious mind finds ways for you to be successful because you believe in you. You believe in yourself. If you're a freeloader always looking for the free things, you're never going to get to where you want to go. If you fire a contractor and they have already finished 1/4 of the job, do you still pay them for what they did if you didn't fully pay them yet? Yeah, like I'll pay people for what they completed, but if I have to redo the work, I'm not paying them for that. But if they like put a roof on and the roof was great and it works and it doesn't leak, yeah, I'm paying them for the roof, 100%. Reverse engineer what kind of buyer you want to be based off. What's important to you? How long you live for? I got a couple more questions on here. I got to get back to hang with the wifey. How do I start a conversation with a potential private money person? It's a lot. It's way more loaded. How do you do it? You can say something as simple as like, "Hey, I invest in real estate and I use other people's money and teach them how to make double-digit returns." That's how, but it's so much more info than that. It's understanding how the conversation flow goes. It's understanding how you can teach them how to access money. It's understanding the alternative investments where their money's currently at and the benefits of them investing with you to get that money from the other locations to you. It's so much more than that. And again, that's it. Raising money is a game changer, right? So if you want to understand and learn private money top to bottom, how to get your deals funded 100% by other people, comment the word OPM, and I'll send you more info on it. What's your best advice when purchasing your first multifamily? Run the numbers right. Run the numbers right. How do you even start networking? Looking for events in Columbus, Ohio. Follow me here on Instagram. Every time I'm back in Columbus, I do a free meetup. But you can go to places like Eventbrite, Eventbrite, Eventbrite. And there's a bunch of networking events in Columbus, Ohio. But yeah, I mean, when I first got into real estate, I went to 1, 2, 3, 4 networking events every single week. I was trying to get out and shake hands and meet as many people as possible. Again, you'll meet private money lenders there. You'll meet contractors there. You'll meet wholesalers there. You'll meet buyers there. You'll meet all the people that you need to meet in real estate just by going to those meetups. You got to get outside your comfort zone. Like when I used to walk into meetups, oh man, I was nervous. I hated being there. I hated walking in because like I'm a to myself type of guy. Like I don't like networking, but I understand the benefit of networking it and what it can do for my life. So if I can absolutely change my life and all I have to do is go up and shake somebody's hands, come on now. Y'all not that scared. If you can live how you want to live, all you have to do is shake a hand. We can all do that. I have a deal you may be interested in. C-Bus. Michael, let's get it. Send it to me. Let's do a deal. DM me. Are you doing any networking events in Fort Lauderdale? Yes. Q1 next year, we're going to do a big event down here in South Florida. So we'd love to see you here for that. So every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm on here. I'm live doing this, giving game, answering questions. So make sure you lock it into your calendars. We'd love to see you on here. If you want help in real estate, if you want to scale what you're doing, or grow, if you want to scale what you're already doing or start investing into real estate, comment the word elevate below, the word elevate, and I'll send you some more information over on that. We'd love to work with you, but hopefully y'all had a Merry Christmas. New Year is Monday, so I will not see you again before New Year's. So enjoy your New Year's, and I'll see you back here on the 3rd, next Wednesday, the 3rd, to get you off to the right start for the new year. So appreciate you all. Enjoy y'all evening, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.